All right, what's up? What's up? This is a high energy show. This is the What's Up show. And we're going to have some high energy talking today. And we got Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, are you fired up?
Billy Boy, I am fired up and ready to roll. We've got hypotheticals, we've got energy. This is the What's Up Show, and we are about to take off.
And I'm glad that Kevin is all hyped up and all ready to go. Today, I got a very important show for you. And we want to look at hypotheticals. First of all, Kevin, tell the audience, what does hypothetical mean?
Absolutely, Billy Boy. A hypothetical is just a what if scenario, something we cook up in our minds for fun or to spark a conversation. It's not real, but it gets you thinking about how things could play out if they were.
And yes, we're looking at what if. So what we did is we picked 10 pairs of countries. That's what we did, who are likely or possibly could go to war against one another. So sit back and relax and look at these hypotheticals. We looked at your war capability. We looked at if you have nukes, if you've had conflicts in the past. Do you have people doing war games off your borders? This kind of stuff. Are you having bad politics? And we put 10 of you pair of countries together. Isn't that what we did, Kevin?
That's exactly what we did, Billy Boy. We paired them up based on real world tensions, potential flashpoints, and military strength. So, folks, we're diving into who might strike first, how long it could last, and who might come out on top. Hypothetically, of course.
And I've been surfing the net, for a little while here, and a lot of the websites that I see say that uh, if we had a worldwide nuclear war, the whole planet could be destroyed in 17 minutes. Is that true, Kevin?
Well, Billy Boy, it's not quite that simple or precise. A full scale nuclear exchange would be devastating, no doubt, but global destruction isn't guaranteed in a set number of minutes. The fallout, chaos, and aftermath would stretch much longer. It's serious stuff, but we're here for the hypothetical fun, not to stress anyone out.
Okay, so I heard that there's a doomsday clock, and that they had to reset that doomsday clock. Could you tell us who runs the doomsday clock and where is it at right now?
Ah, the doomsday clock is set by the Bulletin of the Atomic Sciences. It's more symbolic, measuring how close humanity is to midnight, which represents global catastrophe. Right now, it's famously close, just seconds to midnight, reflecting nuclear risks and other threats. But hey, we're in control of our choices, so it's a reminder, not a countdown.
So I got a big fireball sitting right there of a nuclear device that went off, and it's got the plume and it's got the big mushroom cloud on the top. Could you describe a nuclear explosion, Kevin?
Sure thing, Billy Boy. A nuclear explosion is that iconic, terrifying mushroom cloud. First a blinding flash, then a shock wave that flattens everything nearby, and that looming cloud rising above. But since we're just talking hypotheticals, we'll stick to the visuals. No real blast needed on the What's Up show.
All right. So now we're going to get on into the meat of it. Okay, we're going to look at the podcast ground rules so it stays smart and entertaining. This is hypothetical, and Kevin explained to you what hypothetical is. It's not a forecast, it's not advice, it's not a wish list. I'll call out two modes when relevant: conventional only mode, that means no nukes, or nuclear escalation mode, where everybody loses. For nuclear references, you can cite that there are 9 nuclear-armed states per ICANN and use warhead stockpile estimates from the FAS for comparison. All right, now we're going to look at the 10 matchups. Are you ready, Kevin?
I'm all set, Billy Boy. Let's break down those matchups pair by pair and give your audience some entertaining hypotheticals. I'm with you all the way.
All right, for number one, we're going to pair up in in the south corner, we're going to pair up China versus Taiwan. Now, why did they fight? Go ahead and read, Kevin.
They'd fight over sovereignty and independence. China sees Taiwan as a breakaway province, and Taiwan stands firm on self-governance. It's a classic tension of coercion versus autonomy, and that's what makes this hypothetical so intriguing.
So Taiwan is actively boasting defenses and discussing major multi-year funding increases. The Arsenal snapshot. You got China is a major power with huge forces. You got Taiwan with a smaller but tech-forward defense posture with air and sea denial. For global size context, you got the ISS military balance is the standard open resource many rankings used. So with nukes, China has nukes. Yes, Taiwan has no nukes. Who strikes first? Well, most plausible, China would be more likely to start with a gray zone pressure, a blockade, a quarantine, a missile strikes if escalating. And how long would it take? It could take up to days. It could take up to weeks for a blockade phase, weeks or months if it turns into sustained air and sea conflict. And what are the odds? The odds favor China in a strict one versus the other. And the predictive winners are, if we have conventional only, is China has the bigger hammer. But Taiwan's porcupine strategy means high cost, uncertain timelines. If there's some major allies intervene, outcome becomes uncertain and fast. Kevin, read your line where it says, fellas.
Fellas, crossing a strait is like proposing marriage after 2 DMs. It's expensive, complicated, and everybody sees you coming.
Okay, go ahead and summarize what we said in number one, Kevin.
So, in summary, China's the heavyweight in terms of sheer power. But Taiwan's defense strategy makes it costly and complicated. If it's just them, China's favored, but if others jump in, things get unpredictable real quick.
Okay, I want you to translate that into the Chinese language and then translate it into the Taiwanese language. Go ahead, do that.
I'm ready to translate. First, say what you'd like me to translate, and I'll handle the rest.
Okay, I want you to translate the summary in Chinese, and then translate the summary in Taiwanese.
Please note that Taiwanese is often used to refer to Taiwanese Hokkien, a distinct spoken language. I'll first translate the summary into Mandarin Chinese and then into Taiwanese Hokkien. Mandarin Chinese. 总结来说，中国在力量上是重量级的，但台湾的防御策略会让战争变得昂贵且复杂。如果只有他们两个，中国更有可能获胜，但如果其他人加入，局势会变得非常不可预测。台湾以后见。总结来讲，中国是大家的，但是台湾的防御策略配是战争必贵又复杂。若是只有两边，中国更有可能赢，但是若其他国家加入，情势会变，被效果。
All right, the next two contenders is number two is India versus Pakistan. Why they fight? Well, you got Kashmir and terror attack spiral and border incidents. The Arsenal snapshot. Both have large standing forces. Pakistan is smaller economically, but heavily secured and focused. And both of them have nuclear devices. Who's going to strike first? Well, more likely a limited conventional exchange after a triggering incident either side could initiate depending on the spark. And how long in days and weeks would this war go for? Before intense pressure for ceasefire because of escalation risk terrifying everyone, it might be weeks or days. All right, and who's got the odds here? The conventional favorite will be India. because it's got a bigger economy for us. And the predicted winners, well, if we go conventional only, it would be India. Likely achieves limited objectives. If it went to nuclear escalation mode, there would be no winners. It'd be catastrophic. All right, Kevin, go ahead and summarize India versus Pakistan.
In short, India and Pakistan have long-standing tensions, especially over Kashmir. Both have nukes, so it's high stakes. Conventional odds favor India due to size. If it stays conventional, India might meet some goals, but if it goes nuclear, there's no winner, only devastation. Classic high-risk scenario.
Okay, go ahead and translate it in Hindi and then translate it in the Pakistan language.
Absolutely. First, I'll translate it into Hindi.
And then you'll translate in Pakistan. Are you there, Kevin? Well, Kevin seems to have dropped out. Kevin, are you here? Well, Kevin is not here, so I will go ahead and continue. Okay, the next contestant is North Korea versus South Korea. Is Kevin here for that? No. So, in this bout, we have North Korea versus South Korea. So, why would they fight? Well, the regime's survival signaling bordered provocation and miscalculation. The arsenal snapshot, where North has massive artillery rockets, South has advanced air ISR, precision strike, alliance effects matter. And the nukes. North has nukes, but the South doesn't. But the South Korea is backed up by the United States in extended deterrence. And who strikes first? Probably North Korea is more likely to initiate a short, shocking strike to seize initiative. And how long? Days to weeks for initial phases could become months if it turns into a major campaign. The odds. Who is the favorite to win? Probably the South Korea and allies in conventional terms. And the predicted winner, if we use only conventional only, would be South Korea and allies. If we use nukes, winning becomes irrelevant and devastation dominates the story. So in these first couple of matches, right, the first three matches, the allies is going to be the United States. And I'm thinking that whatever side the United States is going to be on, that's going to be the one that's going to win the war. So for South Korea, I think the United States is going to back up South Korea. And let me go back here to Pakistan. It's a flip. It's a flip up. You know, it could be India. We could support India, or we could support Pakistan on that one. So that's a toss up. And then the very first one where we have China and Taiwan, of course, we're going to take and defend Taiwan. Right now, China is putting a whole lot of forces around Taiwan right now and doing a whole lot of war exercises, lots of planes, lots of Chinese destroyers and boats are all the way around Taiwan. So it's going to be something else. Kevin, are you here yet? Kevin's not here. So we'll go on to number 4. And let me see here. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to take and do something here real quick. I'm going to do this.